Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here, none other. I am here to do a wrestling talk. I got 3 stories we're going to be talking about. The last story I will be talking about will be maybe the Vince McMahon story or not, but I have 3 stories and things. So first and foremost, I'm here to react to Triple H taking over creative finally. As y'all know, Triple H will be taking over creative. He will be having the last say of storylines and feuds. None other. I'm pretty excited to see where that's going to go. Because with that, I want to see where Triple H would take the storylines. And then if y'all know Vince McMahon style, Vince McMahon didn't allow the talent, I'm gonna call them the wrestlers slash talent to fully develop the storyline or the feud. So I want to see from Triple H is he's going to allow them to, 1, fully develop the storyline, number 2, fully develop that feud, build up that feud. So I want to see where Triple H is going to take that. Now, I really do, because Triple H, he was once he was a wrestler, then he married Stephanie, and he's part of the family. Now, do I believe that him being in charge, we might get some good storylines? I think we're going to get some good storylines, and I think we're going to get some good character builds with that. Therefore, I'm wondering how many are we going to have any call-ups in next few months? Well, by the next few months, I mean by December. Are we going to have call-ups? And I will be doing a call-up video and stuff, because as y'all know, if you follow me on Twitter, I actually posted I've always posted real good wrestling questions and everything. This is from somebody in their family once worked in their industry. Let's just put it that way. But I digress. But overall, I think having Triple H, Paul Levesque over creative, I think it's going to be different. We're going to see a different style, because if you know Vince McMahon style, he's like very direct. He's like very he's like get through the storyline, and he's quickly getting through the storyline, quickly getting through the feud. And we want to see where Paul Levesque is going to come and just take it and just build a feud. Build a feud. Vince McMahon, he went into building the feuds too quickly and stuff. That's how I feel like that's going to be something different we want to see. So I wonder if y'all agree with me, and Triple H is going to take his time with the storylines and with feuds and build them up and not do it too quickly. So let me hear your point of view on that. So the second thing is, let's talk about the possibility that Triple H and Stephanie might bring Sasha Banks and Naomi back. I really thought when they got indefinitely suspended back in for walking out. Number 1, I really think the only way that WWE, Triple H and Stephanie and Tony, Nick Khan can actually bring these 2 back. These 2 was some of your credible, out of all of them female wrestlers you had 3 out of 2. You had 3 girls, 3 minorities, but 2 of them walked out. None other. They know your value, so you want your wrestler to know, okay, we are valued. 1, we are valued. 2, our worth means something around here. 3, and stuff. Naomi, she's a 2-time women's champion, And she hasn't since then. Since then, she has never gotten the title belt shot ever again. And she just bounce up and down on being on the top, being on the bottom, being in the middle, and in between and stuff. And so I'm going to give y'all a reason why I think WWE should reach out. First and foremost, I really believe if Triple H and Stephanie takes to him and Tony Khan takes to him, first and foremost, they need to reach out to to these girls and apologize for Vince McMahon. Let me see. I wrote this down. Hold up. Okay, now I remember. For his his campaign against them. Okay, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, during the whole time when they left, and if you remember, during the time they left, Vince McMahon them took low blow digs at Naomi and Sasha Banks because they walked out and stuff. And I think I'm ready for Sasha and Naomi to sit down together and tell their side of the story. That's one thing we as fans deserve. We as fans of wrestling, we as fans, as their fans, deserve a sit-down interview with somebody, I don't care from where, somebody from Sports Center to sit down with Naomi and Sasha and get their side of the story. We need to know their side of the story. Not story that Vince McMahon created his own narrative. That's that. So my thing is, one, they're going to have to apologize to Sasha and Naomi for that smear campaign. There we go. The smear campaign that Vince McMahon did on Sasha Banks and Naomi. That wasn't right and stuff. Then he was very childish and petty for, taking their merch off of the website. Okay, how you gonna take their merch off the website when it comes to your female wives? Sasha and Naomi's merch was the highest merch. They made more off their merch than any other female. Now coming next to them will be Bianca. Okay, those are your top three. Those are your best sellers. How much merch does Charlotte Flair make? I don't think she makes that much, because I remember last year, and I'm going to tell you, I remember last year was it was a wrestling magazine that posted what female superstars sell the most merch, and they literally said from Sasha Banks to Naomi to Bianca Belair are the top selling merch, and they top sellers are 3 female minorities. So you do that to punish the fans. You shouldn't have done that. If it was me, I wouldn't have pulled their merch. I would still be trying to make money off of them. Then they kept using their names up to the next pay-per-view. I can't think of the pay-per-view. It was the pay-per-view back in May. I can't think of it. But back in June, it was a pay-per-view in June. They kept using their name to hype up this pay-per-view as well. So then what was going to be so interesting, I don't blame Sasha and Naomi for walking out for, is one, if you have a tag team champs and you're going to have them go up against the SmackDown Women's Champ, Ronda Rousey and Bianca Belair, but also lose. Come on, Vince. That's not credible. You're trying to build them up as champs, as tag team champs. That's not going to look good on either part. Not for Sasha and not for Naomi. That's that. So there goes where the problem lies. And I'm telling y'all, I would be too surprised that was the reason why they did not want to be in, why both of them did not, why both of them probably walked out. I'm just saying. Okay. To get me to say, I wouldn't be too surprised if Stephanie and Triple H just sit down and Tony and Khan sit down and say, okay, we need Sasha. This women's division, we got to rebuild it. We got to reshape it. But the only way we can do it, we got to bring back Sasha and Naomi and give them a better contract. The only, as we all already know, Sasha might reconsider coming back if that contract is right. All I'm saying is that contract for Sasha is going to have to stay. Okay, she's going to, after so many months, she will get title belt shots this many times. So it will. I wouldn't be too surprised that will have. That's the only way that Sasha Banks probably would come back. Okay. All right. The second thing, when it comes to Naomi, how many times Naomi has been screwed over the past the past year since she's been back? She's been screwed. She's been messed with by the storyline between her and Sonya Deville. It was good, but I was waiting for Roman Reigns or the Usos or the Bloodline to get involved in that. They didn't take the initiative to do that, but did they? No. So now the thing is, what can you see WWE lawyers reaching out to their lawyers and see if they can come to an agreement to resolve this? So as we all know at the moment, their contracts are frozen. They are not getting paid. They probably have to do right now, because who Sasha is. Sasha can get anything. Because who Sasha Banks is kin to, Sasha probably can get like movie roles, TV roles, music appearances, or something, and get the opportunities that she wants because who she is associated with. And I mean, that's going to be the second part. WWE might have cost themselves a getting good theme songs because of Sasha Banks' association with a certain superstar, a certain rapper, and stuff. And like I would say, I wouldn't be too let me just say, I wouldn't be too surprised with that. Okay. Last but not least, let's talk about Vince McMahon. So when I heard that Vince McMahon was retiring, I said, I've been saying this for years, that this man needed to retire. I mean, I would literally say back in 2020 was the year that he should have retired and hand over the reins to Stephanie and Triple H and Shane. I'm going to have to talk about Shane too. So therefore, he finally handed over the reins. But I don't think he was, he made that decision on his own. I really believe the board forced him to retire because of the, his scandal and things. So I wouldn't be too surprised. Oh, even though he still have part of the company as a stockholder. It's gonna be kind of, I will give him props where props is. He has gave us good storylines over the years. I really think the best, if you can think of Vince, oh my God, career in working for the WWE, because he took over from his father and stuff. And then I was when I heard the Netflix is not gonna counseling the Vince McMahon docu-series, I went, dang, I really wanted to see the beginning of that. So maybe as soon as this scandal goes away, we probably will get to see it and stuff. So let's just pray and hope we will get to see it. I mean, it's probably going to be late next year or sometime year after next before we actually get to see it. To get me to say, I really feel like Vince McMahon's retirement came at a time where he should have been retired. I will say that regardlessly. I'm going to say that regardlessly that he should have been retired. That's just my opinion. But overall, I think he gave us good matches, but I really think the height of his career, of Vince McMahon's career, the best moments when it comes to Vince McMahon will have to be between him and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Would be the greatest. That's like kind of like the Attitude Era. Kind of like the Attitude Era. I would have been like, oh, let's just say, oh my God, I would say 4th grade all the way up to high school. So, yeah. I remember things, and I remember things, and then I remember how certain people came in and stuff like that. You'd be surprised. I know stuff. I know things and things. But overall, that is great. And then the other thing is, I was like very shocked that they did not allow, they completely banned Shane McMahon for being part of anything what's going on right now. They help backstage or anything. So if he ever came, he would get kicked out. And I mean, that's his son. And Stephanie knows that's her brother, and she always thought she was more superior than her brother and stuff. So it's something with Stephanie and Shane is going on right there. So I think Stephanie kind of planned this takeover. I believe so, and I'm just saying I'm not sure for 100%, but my theory is I think Stephanie kind of planned this takeover. She's has said it when she was younger that, she's going to be the one running the company, not Shane. So I think it always has been a family rivalry with that and stuff. But I will say this, I'll give Stephanie what props is due. She has gave us a good to do. I think she should be sharing the CEO position with Nick Khan. No, I don't. I think she should be CEO completely. I don't think Nick Khan should have nothing to do with the CEO position. She's a CEO and chair position. So do I think Nick Khan should be sharing that position with Stephanie? No, I don't. So now the second thing is, like I said, I am excited to see that Triple H is over creative. I wonder if Triple H is going to appoint his own people for, let's just say I hope Triple H point new people, for Raw and SmackDown, for Raw and SmackDown, for the creative writing team, because that's the one thing I want to see him do. I really want him to have at least one main creative team for the whole show, but then have a creative team for the females division. I really believe, and I really want to see where Triple H is going to take that female division in general. And then my last thing is, after everything I talked about, y'all, what is one thing are you excited about? Are you excited about Vince McMahon's retirement? You hoping that WWE reinstate Sasha Banks and Naomi? Or you want to see how Triple H will go by rebuilding that women's division in general? All right, y'all, that's all I have time for today. I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.